Let's see. After 6 a.m. East Coast. Welcome to Black Friday, people. I highly doubt there's going to be anybody showing up, but hey, you never know, right? Well, the ladies have run off to Walmart at 5 a.m. They said they were just going to see how things were there, and if it was bad, they would leave and come back home. Well, it's an hour later, so apparently it's not as bad as they were thinking. They're probably shopping. Surprise, surprise. It's rare when they come home early from anything. Oh, we're just gonna run the station. This food store will be real quick. 2 hours later. Well, they are how they are. I'm just lying here. Got a pupper snugged up against me, as per usual. All snuggled, yeah. Okay, little one. Okay, you're nice and cozy snugged against me with my blanket. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You had a nice little tasty snack of a greenie, yes you did. No, you had one. Just because I said the word doesn't mean you get another one. You know how it goes. Because I say it doesn't mean you get it. No. I should really use a headset with this laptop, but this works, I think, enough. Man, I need to change this avatar, something a little more festive and properly hand-drawn. Sorry for the silence, just checking something. What's a peanut? Tired? Yeah, you're tired. Got little rolls on your neck, as you do. Little chubbo. To figure out you don't eat much, and yet somehow you're pudgy. Need to fix that. Little bitty chunker. So let's see, what's been going on the past 24 hours? Fun violence, as per usual. Not here, thankfully. Oh, somebody flipping off Joe Biden. Big deal. Seen it. Haven't done it. But back when Ida hit, he came here to see the aftermath, since apparently we were hit the hardest in this town in back when it happened in the state. He came by and everybody pretty much told him to get the hell out. Surprise, surprise. No, I guess not. But yeah, so the flip off thing is like, not as interesting as when a mass amount of people in a town or a city decide that you're not welcome here. I mean, it's been done with Trump, but think about it. It's being done with Biden too. Well, nobody is off limits. Remember that. Nobody is beyond criticism. No one is beyond any reproach, to an extent. Of course, that's a big problem these days, where people think that, oh my God, you can't insult me. I am blah 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 because I'm right and you're wrong. No, it's not how it works. If anything is beyond criticism, there's something very much wrong with it. I'm sure we can name a number of things that have problems, but you're not allowed to criticize. But that's just a little side note. Anyway. Thanksgiving was interesting here. Oddly enough, we did not go with turkey. Turkey doesn't really go around too well around here because, turkey really have to flavor it, because on its own, it's sort of on the bland side. I mean, you get more out of it than you do with chicken, but we went with chicken because everybody in the house loves chicken, except my grandmother, who barely likes anything now due to her dementia. It's really messed her up. Little one here is sometimes eats chicken. Getting her to eat literally anything other than a few select snacks is, yeah, ever since we brought her home, she's had that problem. So she didn't have any chicken. She does, however, like chicken broth from cooked chicken. She does like that, thankfully. So, I mean, it's something. Let's see. Made some stuffing. Came out a little dry, but that's okay. Usually try and get a little creamier side because it's easier for Mom to eat, too. Mashed potatoes. Mom did not season them enough, but that's okay. It's better that we season our own when we make it. A little thing of sweet potatoes. Fresh green beans. No, I did not make green bean casserole this time. I might make some next week because I like it. Although I think people will really like it more if it had like little bits of ham or bacon in it. I know a lot of people don't like it. I personally like it, especially when it's had a few days to cure, so to speak, and you have the soft onions, crispy onions, and everything melts together. And I like it. That's me. But you don't like it? You don't like it. Big deal. Can of cranberry sauce, as per usual. I've actually tried that, mixing it with whipped cream one time. Not quite the result I was hoping for. It's better if you blend it up with something like applesauce. It's actually a lot tastier. Let's see. What else did we have? Made the pies yesterday, the other day, the Wednesday, and that was a fun little experience due to the fact that they wouldn't bake. They were just not baking properly. You follow the Libby's traditional pie recipes. Usually we don't have a problem. Yeah, 40 minutes. Not enough. Still too moist in the center where it's coming out with a fork or with a knife onto the knife itself. 45 minutes. Same result. 55 minutes. Still sticking to the knife. By this time, it's starting to be a little bit of a mess in the middle from all the knife stabs. Too much knife action. Go an hour. Nope. Still. And the crust, of course, we're not browning, which I think next time we do a kind of pie, we're going to need either a little egg wash or a little bit of melted butter on the ends so that they do crisp. Because if they just look like the frozen pie crust all the way around, it doesn't look good, and the texture's not that great. Actually, graham cracker crust probably would have done pretty nicely. But you gotta be careful with that. You know how it goes. It gets way too crumbly. Let's see. It took like an hour and a half in the long run to get the pie to where it was maybe an hour and a half. Definitely over an hour and 15 minutes to get it to a good consistency. Mom wanted to make apple pie, but we didn't want to use too much sugar, so we looked up a recipe for using agave nectar, and we are going to try that later this coming week, hopefully, because we haven't had a nice apple pie in ages, and I love a good apple pie. Just not like the super sugary, overly cinnamony sweet where it's just like gelatinous. Ugh. It's like eating mushy sugar. That's not fun. I mean, there's caramel, and then there's... What the heck is this? I think there was something else we were going to do. This year we were also debating ham. We were going to do like honey-baked ham company type thing, but holy crap, if you see all the prices for those as opposed to the last 2 years, oh my gosh. In the $70, $80, $100 range. And it's like, no freaking way. Oh, man, it's ridiculous. You would think it wouldn't be that bad, but ooh, yay, inflation. And no, inflation's not good. one thing inflation can be good for is for you to focus on the reasons for it and how to bring it down slowly and in a reasonable fashion. Throwing money at it doesn't work, as I'm sure history has taught everybody, or not, which seems in a lot of cases people just don't care, or they're doing it deliberately, as it goes. And that was a mumble. That was a under the breath type thing. Don't think too much of it. Something I do. Let's see. Yeah, that's the price is pretty bad. Which I'm not sure how it's going to translate to Black Friday deals. So far, they've actually been pretty good, especially in places like Amazon and Newegg. Which, speaking of Amazon, I've actually finally found a drawing tablet that I want to save up for. Although I have a sneaking suspicion the ladies might want to try and get it for me somehow. Which I'd rather they don't, even though it would be a wonderful surprise. But I know it's like $369, which is holy crap cheap compared to Wacom, which is like $1,000. Any other artists out there that use tablets will know it's absolutely batshit insane of a price. But you're paying for the name, just like you pay for anything else with a name. Like Louis Vuitton, despite the fact that they've been robbed. Or Vera Wang, or Chanel, or things like that, Or, newer ones that are just dumb. You're paying for a name, which is still often the case in terms of prices for Black Friday. Usually. You really have to compare things to the prices before and how much everything you're getting, taxes, labor that was involved in it, because they will sometimes sneak the prices in there with other things. So the deal at face value isn't incorporating other things that usually might be free beforehand. Before Black Friday, so definitely do your research to see if it's actually any cheaper than it was before. Especially considering, well, besides the inflation, if it's tech product, problems with low silicon yields, which is some of it's still work, let's be honest. Metals, other kinds of things, circuitry, chip semiconductors, things like that. Sniffles, sorry. It's just a stuffy nose. It's normal for me, dry nose. Yay. So yeah, if you're doing your Black Friday shopping, take a look at things, compare, check online if you absolutely need to. If you're gonna go used or pre-owned, things like that, do consider open box. Sometimes you'll find some great deals that are better than Black Friday deals that are open box items, and don't outrule refurbished items, especially if they tell you the condition that they're in, which usually has a grading system, and they'll tell you little bits. Let's see. Man, there was this one overstocked tech site that I completely forgot the name of. It's so long. Something Depot, whatever. Not Tech Depot. I'll have to look it up later. But it had excellent deals all the year round for tech stuff if you're looking. Newegg's pretty good about that. Best Buy, from what I've been seeing past month for the early deals, it's a little hit or miss. So check things that you want. There are a couple of things for like thumb drives that I want to get that are really nice and cheap. Those are worth getting. Check out Sam's Club and Costco and things like that. The prices tend to be pretty good this time of year in general. You're not going to find too much, like for tech deals, like new computers, you're not going to find too much. Household items, that is going to be very hit or miss depending on what you're looking for. If you're looking for something like cookware or pressure cookers Instant Pot style cookers, compared to how they are now to how they were before, which, if you have been checking around well enough, you should be able to figure it out if it's good enough or not. Let's see. Can't really recommend music anymore because, music stores are almost non-existent these days. So online, you're not going to find that much for that. If you're in video games, usually you'll find a little something on used games, not always very much in retail. It's very, very touchy depending what the developer and publisher are. However, Steam, if you frequent that enough, is having a lot of good sales already. My email yesterday, got notified that the vast majority of my wish list is on sale for a lot. So, even things that just came out a month ago. So, if you're looking for something, definitely look through that. You never know. Hard to say with AAA games. Might find a tiny deal. No guarantees, because I usually don't play the AAA stuff, because indie games are more interesting these days. Might be some exceptions with AAAs. If I find something, maybe like the Final Fantasy Pixel Remastered, those look good. Unfortunately, despite the fact that they've remastered them a couple of times. So it's like, which one? Who knows? Anyway. Definitely look up for indie games. Let's see. For makeup and health and beauty, you would have to ask my sister on her opinions on that because, that's not my thing. Let's see, what else? What other things? Hardware, couldn't really tell you too much. Toiletries, no expertise in that. Art products, however. Been getting flyers for different things, especially Michael's. Prices are actually pretty good. For some reason, framing is always 50% off every week. So it's like 50% off the 50% off the 50% off if you're going to keep going like that. But you don't. Too bad. Because it's like, hey, free frame. Well, actually, it's never free, even if you keep going 50, 50, 50. That's just percentages. Yeah. But that's neither here nor there. Art supplies, if that's what you're interested in. It's like 10 or 20% off at the moment of different things. Very selective of what they are choosing, of course. Nothing that really piques my interest personally. Oh. Just heard the door. I think the ladies are home. Which is kind of strange, especially this time of day. Or night, or morning. Although we're always up this time of morning anyway, due to problems in the house. Especially with Grandma. Fun. Grandma has actually been sleeping. This is good while they're shopping out for who knows what. Although the deals are good. Like the bargain bin for DVDs is usually pretty good all year round, but this time of year you can get a whole... Oh! I heard house key jingles. I think the ladies are home. Which isn't surprising, I suppose. But at the same time, it is surprising. I thought they were going to stay longer.
Yeah. Are the ladies home? I think so. Ladies. Do you want to see the ladies? I think they bought stuff.
Up, and there she goes. And as the ladies are home, I will have to move from my location. So I'm going to have to cut this one and maybe continue in a little bit. We shall see, shall we? If I am, see you in a few. If not, later in the day, because it's not like I'm going to be shopping. So if anybody watches this, yeah.